It will never get old making puns. It will never get old.
Alright, hello and welcome to the second round of the Peridot Cup 1v1 tournament. We have Katrina and Timeracers on IO. What do you think about this map?
Well, in contrast to our last IO map, this is a little bit more of a resource poor map. Not as solid. There's good silicon out there, but electronics start high, which pushed me against a nomad found, and glass starts low, so you can't do like a scientist rush into glass.
An expansive HQ has
Maybe expansive, just to. It is the neutral faction, but Kat has found a good scientist spot, or at least one that she likes. There's a interesting cave surrounding a low nuclear tile, and some glass or some silicon next to oxygen, which can make for some very interesting, slanting plays. So I think this could work out well.
Let's talk about the two players found. So Katrina found it on a scientific and Timeracers found expensive, and they've found it on very similar spots, in fact, because they have start with basalt, the oxygen, and some remote aluminum mine. They both medium. The medium is the highest, so they're pretty equal on their initial output. But their faction choice is different, and Katrina waited for the second founding right after Timeracers found. So she was probably thinking that, oh, there's two found, so I can found second. So that's what I imagine would have happened.
Well, I like the key difference, I think, between them is Katrina had better access to other resources than the basics, while Timeracers had a little bit better access to carbon because he was nearer to the good carbon patch. However, Katrina has gone ahead and claimed the medium carbon, leaving only low carbon left, and there are no core samples on the board.
The first black market purchase from Katrina, getting the mutiny.
Picking one of those up for 3K is not a bad idea.
It might be. I think it can be used to steal this second carbon from Timeracers, giving the adjacency bonus and scooping up the 66 carbon price. Maybe, potentially.
Potentially. Although Timeracers, with his extra claims, will be able to get another low carbon if he so decides, although he returned that claim. And I think there with the mutiny
comes in. So in this early game, people have raced for, I guess not race, kind of race for the ion collector, getting the early fuel spike caused by a colony. And I am wondering who got the most out of it. So Katrina has gotten 11k, Timeracers 4k. So having this double did pay her off.
And she's also, well, that double wasn't really going to get her, the double collectors, yes. But that carbon that she mutinied is basically going to be turned into electronics, is what it looks like to me.
First Platinum of the game, pretty early, but also HQ3 Platinum, so very timely. With this price of chemical, 51, I think this is a very bargain to get this pattern up and running, especially in 1v1 when pattern is easy to research.
And And she's going for superconductor first, which is not a bad plan considering the price of power. Which is right now Kat's biggest weakness is she needs to get power under control, where Timeracers delay getting HQ3 to get a geotherm up.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure where she would put that up. She doesn't have power production up. It would be best if you could time it so that your power plant finishes as soon as this pattern finishes.
But she's putting it right in the middle of her basalt area, getting rid of some iron production there.
Mm-hmm.
Or not iron production, steel production, excuse me.
Getting out of steel makes it difficult for getting new buildings, but this nanotechnology will be very helpful for that because you don't really need to spend steel because they never disappear.
And once she takes care of her debt problem with power, that'll be fine. And she's got boosted. She's making tons there. Geothermal borehole, especially when power's high, opens up new opportunities.
Although this is not valuable. I mean, I guess the Timeracers can use it because it does have 1 and going to 2 geothermal vents. But yeah, Katrina is now destroying power with the triple nuclear plant, making 11 power per second. It gives us some deja vu.
Her power costs in half with the perpetual motion. So she'll never really... She can go in and out of power with the patent she has, as she needs to. And is then getting transparent aluminum, which, considering the price of glass, will make that final upgrade cheaper. And getting some farms online.
So although she did burn through all of her debt with this triple boosted, not boosted, superconductor, the nuclear plant, the power price has crashed as she paid her or almost all of her debt. So she didn't get any power money from that.
But she got out of the debt, which was the important thing there, because that enabled her to get some early patents by not having to worry about power. She worried about other things. So that was a good trade for her.
And we have been neglecting one important thing is the HQ level difference. Is that Kat just, with the help of transparent aluminum, she just soared into upgrade. And HQ5 versus 3, this big difference in claims, ability to produce.
And the attack was defended by a goon squad, so that was...
Yeah.
And Timeracers has gone AI.
Yeah, so I believe that was a concede from Timeracers.
I think so. Can we confirm?
Yeah.
All right.
I will confirm.
Oh, you will confirm. But assuming that was a concession, yeah.
Okay, there was a concession. We gotta confirm. And Katrina wins.